19th August, each year we celebrate the National Potato Day in order to raise the profile of this important food crop, therefore promoting its production, processing, consumption, marketing and trade. This year, the Standard Group, through the Farm Kenya Initiative, in partnership with Nyandarua County Government, Agriculture and Food Authority, National Potato Council of Kenya, International Potato Center (CIP), Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, and key stakeholders in the industry will have a live forum on KTN News and KTN Farmers TV on Thursday, 19th August from 9 a.m. to discuss the state of potato farming in the country and to explore steps that can be taken to support and promote development of the entire potato industry.
Thank you very much and welcome to this edition. Today we are coming to you live from Nyandarua County at Olkalau sub-county, and today is the National Potato Day. This is the home of the humble potato, and today we'll be having a candid conversation about this particular crop. Our theme for this year's National Potato Day is the Partnership for Resilient Potato-Based Food Systems. And with me today, I have a distinguished panel of 5, 2 ladies and 3 gentlemen. And I will start by introducing my guest before we move on. We start with this conversation. So my first guest, I'll start with the fastest guest who's sitting farthest from me. That is Beatrice Nyamwamu. Beatrice Nyamwamu is the head of Food Directorate at the Agriculture and Food Authority. She has served as the regulation and compliance manager at the Food Directorate, coordinating a team of experts and stakeholders to develop the Irish potato regulations and food crop regulations, a sector that hitherto unregulated since independence. Welcome to the show, Beatrice. Next to Beatrice is Mr. Wachira Kagwongo. Mr. Wachira is the Chief Executive Officer of the National Potato Council. He has over 20 years of experience within the agriculture sector. In 2019, he was appointed to be one of the World Potato Congress International Advisors. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kagwongo.
Thank you.
Next to Kagwongo is Dr. Dina Cheruta Oborus. Dina is the Senior Research Associate at the International Potato Center based in Nairobi. She is currently coordinating the Potato Value Chain Development Project, and farmers whom she works with like referring to her as Mama Viazi. Welcome to the home of Viazi, Dr. Dina.
Thank you very much.
Next to Dina is, Next to Dina is Dr. Moses Nyongesa. Dr. Moses Nyongesa is the research scientist at the center and the center director of the Kenya Agricultural Livestock and Research Organization, KALRO. He has more than 15 years of research experience within the potato value chain, contributing towards integrated approaches for sustainable potato production. Welcome to the show, Dr.
Thank you, Philip.
Last but not least is Dr. James Karitu. Dr. James Karitu is the County Executive Committee member of the County Government of Nyandarua. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Dr. Well, I'll go straight into the conversation, and since we are in Nyandarua County, I will start with the CEC. CEC, just start by welcoming us to Nyandarua, the home of the humble potato, and tell us a little bit about what the county and the farmers are doing when it comes to potatoes.
Yeah, thank you. May I take this opportunity to welcome you on behalf of His Excellency Governor Francis Kimemia, the Governor of Nyandarua County, to this great county of Nyandarua. This is a county where it's actually basically the food basket for this country. Mm-hmm. And also you realize potato is our key, major number one crop that we are actually promoting in this county. Mm-hmm. And we pride ourselves by saying that we produce about 33% of the national production of potatoes.
Okay.
So welcome to Nyandarua as we discuss these issues of potato.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Bwana CS, for inviting us to your county. Let me start by the production. I know you've already talked about Nyandarua County produces 33% of the entire production of the country, which is not a little amount of potatoes. So when it comes to production, maybe I'll start with Dr. Nyongesa. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what Calro is doing, especially when it comes to potato production, and where are we as a country?
Thank you very much for inviting Calro to participate in this discussion. The Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization is the principal national organization responsible for generation of technologies on crops, livestock, soils, and water, and the dissemination of those technologies to support agriculture in this country. So to do this, the organization is structured along independent institutes, about 16 of them, which are scattered across the country. Where we are now in Nyandarua, we have one fully fledged such research center and a sub-center, so two of them are hosted in this county. When we talk specifically about potato, the potato farming community in Kenya is supported by a Calro center based in Limuru, in Kiambu County at Tigoni in Limuru. As we profile the production of potato in the whole country, we talk about the number of farmers who are involved. First of all, about 800,000 going to 1 million, and annually they produce. They do farming on over 150,000 hectares, realizing about 3 million metric tons. This is significant because it is a massive contribution to the national economy. We value this at around 50 billion Kenya shillings annually. And to this amount, to the credit of Nyandarua County, about 600,000 metric tons is contributed by this important county. So you can see that as we are talking about production, there are very many farm families who are dependent on this important food crop. Coming back to the event of today, the National Potato Day is happening against a background of increasing food insecurity. Talking about 1.8 million Kenyans facing starvation, and this is projected to increase to 2 million. So this underscores again the importance of this key crop because it is a short season crop. In 3 months you have a crop. So as the country and as the counties where potato is grown, think about food security. I think we need to focus more about short-term crops like potato to turn around when cropped to realize yields and produce that can serve the country.
Okay.
So as Calro, we support this through generation of technologies on a whole range of things covering production, crop protection, pest and disease management, post-harvest, and all that. So we will be talking about this a little more, but for now I think that is what I can say about production.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Ari. Let me come to Dr. Dinak a little bit. Maybe tell us a little bit of what the International Potato Center is doing also when it comes to improving the production of the country now that we are at 3 million metric tons.
Thank you very much. And let me thank the KTN for really organizing this International or National Potato Day. This is the second time, and it's an opportunity to tell out to the farmers and to the stakeholders the importance of the potato. So as you have already said, I work at International Potato Center, or simply called CIP or SIP. SIP is a CGIAR center that is for research and development for potatoes. So it has a mandate for potatoes and sweet potatoes. But today we'll be talking about potatoes. A CGIAR Center is a leader in agricultural science and innovation, delivering transformation that is required by humanity in terms of the crop. So it cuts across, but potato is just, SIP is only for potato. Now SIP, as I said, is research for development for potato, and it delivers science-based innovations and technology to enhance access to nutritious, affordable food in a resilient environment, sustainable environment, creating job creation along the chain to be able to make sure that the farming community globally are able to benefit from this crop. We are present, CIP is present in globally in about 20 countries, and here in Kenya, Kenya we are present in nearly all the 20 counties. So we are working in nearly all the 20 plus counties that are producing the potatoes. In Africa, our head office is based at ILRI campus, which is in Nairobi, and we have about 11, we are present in 11 countries in Africa. So what we do ourselves as an international potato center, as I said, we run right from the genetics, so from the gene, from up to the seed, all the way to consumers. So from the gene to the fork, to the farm to the fork. So we look about technologies, we think about innovation, we think about practices, but more so we look at innovations and technologies that are going to increase productivity. We look at varieties that can be utilized in different ways, either for consumption or they can be processed. We look at technologies, whether it is seed technologies, like storage technologies or rapid multiplication technologies to be able to increase the starter material. We look at the agronomic practices, the business skills, just along the chain. We are able to look at the potato crop holistically along the chain.
All right. Thank you, Dina. Let me come back to the CC. Tell us a little bit about how the production is in Nyandarua County and what the other part of the country can borrow from Nyandarua, especially when it comes to production, if they want to improve their product. What is Nyandarua doing right that the rest need to replicate?
Yeah, thank you. I think in terms of productivity, we are focusing more on increasing productivity. And this goes on with the issue of capacity building of the farmers. We've been training our farmers, thanks to some of our development partners, GIZ and the Irish government, for giving us support in this area, because we are actually training our farmers through the model of Farmer Field Business School, whereby we are bringing in 20 to 30 farmers together. We take them through from land preparation, providing them with the certified seeds, all the way to the kind of other inputs that are required until harvesting, and how do they handle that after harvesting. So this has, currently we can say we have trained more than 20,000 farmers, which is, and we have seen a lot of improvement in terms of increasing the productivity. Currently we are estimating our productivity to be approaching 20 tons per hectare, compared to the national average, which is much lower, to around maybe around 8, 9, 10 per hectare. So we feel that as a county we are trying to do that. The other issue as a county government, we are also having issues of subsidizing in some of the inputs. We are buying some of the farmer groups, some of these certified seeds. We are also, in the same time, also giving some farmers subsidize the fertilizer, and also trying to promote other activities like mechanization. Actually, in Nyandarua, we have got a mechanization which is focusing on potato mechanization. We've got potato planters, potato ridgers, potato harvesters, and this kind of trying to introduce our farmers so that they can farm more commercially in terms of potatoes.
Okay. Before we go to the mechanization part, because we are still coming to it in this conversation, yes. In terms of seed, seed has been one of the biggest problems when it comes to potatoes. I also grew up in a farm, and I remember we used to recycle last season's seeds, crop as our next season seed. How is Nyandarua doing to ensure that the seed that the farmers are getting is the right and of good quality?
Yes, we are introducing them, ensuring that they get the right quality seeds. The other issue in Nyandarua, we have already invested with assistance from the EU on a potato seed multiplication project through tissue culture, which we are supposed to launch any time from now. It's ready, and the production is almost now getting through that program. So the issue of seed, as you have indicated before, is that we are also, as a county government, supporting various groups of farmers with the certified seeds. So I was saying that we are actually supporting the farmers in terms of the certified seeds. One thing for sure is that we have encouraged, and farmers now are demanding to get the certified clean seeds for farming, and that is a positive way, and for us to be able to increase our product. We are working very closely with Caro, Dr. Nyongeza here, in terms of issues of seeds. We have, as a county government, been able to buy seeds from Caro for our farmers. We are also buying seeds from those other people who are actually dealing with the potato seeds. So this is the basic issue on seeds. It's so for us in Nyandarua, I find it to be very critical, because, and that is why I think we are the only county now that has been dealing with this issue of seed multiplication through tissue culture.
All right. Mr. Nyongesa, you've been, Dr. has talked a little about what Calro is doing. Maybe you can expound more on what the National Potato Council is doing, especially when it comes to seeds multiplication, and how does it get to the farmers?
Thank you. First, let me thank KTN for the good work in terms of bringing us together here and creating awareness about what's happening in the industry. National Potato Council is a PPP, public-private partnership, so that we all know who we are. And it brings all the stakeholders together, including the institutions that are here, they are our members. And we came together so that we try to address issues in the industry together. We provide forum for discussion, engagement, showcasing, and also packaging innovation and technology and disseminating. And some of the issues that have been having an issue, one of the problems that we've been having in the industry is seed, among others. And seed is key in terms of improving productivity and even the quality of what is produced. And because of the shortage for a long time, we've been having very low quantities, high demand. And with the efforts, we've had a few farmers coming into the industry, investors in terms of seed production. We've been providing that information in terms of the high demand for seed and what variety it is demanded. And this information we provide to the investors, anybody who is willing to invest, and we support them and we connect them to various institutions, SIP, CARO, and others, including KEFIS, and provide information in terms of how to produce. And then it happens that even after the investors enter into the industry of producing seed, we still have some challenges in terms of the distance. They are far removed from most of the farmers. We have like Kisima in Meru, we have Agrico in Nakuru, we have ADC in Nakuru again, and they are far placed. Looking at, I'm mentioning this one because they're the major one. They are far placed from farmers. So even moving, or farmer moving from their place of farming to get the seed is very far. It's quite far. And you find that they are also buying a few bags, 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. So what we have done is come up with an innovation, what we call a digital platform, where first farmers can query to know who is selling seed where and what variety, what price. And once they query, they can get the details in terms of the contacts. And of late, we have gone further to improve because sometimes farmers would get the information, call, then they don't find seed. And then they may even travel and then go there and find seed is finished. They may also go there and buy 5, 6 bags. They have to hire a pickup and it becomes very expensive. Transaction cost is very high. So what we have done is that we have tried to help now make them be able to order for the next season, so that this information we provide to seed producers an aggregated data in terms of how many farmers want what variety of seed where. And we provide that, and then we also help them using a logistic company to transport to where the farmers are. And we started this one the last season. We transported about 3,000 bags of seed all over the country, and we expect this coming season they will do more. So we have been providing information about seed through the digital platform. Also, we have what we call variety catalog, which lists all the varieties. We have over 60 varieties that have been registered in the country. We give details of what these varieties are supposed to be used for in terms of utilization. We have some for processing into clips, all chips, radical chips. We have some for table, and all these is provided. And then how to grow them, where you can grow them, and where to get them. Okay. So these are the kind of information we provide to farmers, and we work with the partners who are, and these are some of them. Others, we have others, many more.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kagwango. Maybe we go to Beatrice Nyamwamu a little bit to tell us what they do at the Directorate of Food Authority in terms of ensuring that even the policies that come from that end also favor the farmer at the end of the day, because we saw the 2019 potato regulations. Some have been accepted, some have not been accepted.
Thank you very much, Keitani. I take this opportunity to thank KTN for bringing us all together. Sometimes as government institutions, we work independently, yet we are supporting the same farmer. But we are happy that today we are sharing the same platform and disseminating information to our stakeholders on what we do. AFA, as it is a big institution in the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries and Cooperatives, with 7 directorates. These directorates previously were the state corporations in agriculture, handling various commodities. The Food Directorate is the youngest directorate in AFA that came into existence in 2014 with the formation of AFA. This is because when you look at the food subsector, it has never been regulated actually since independence. And you find that there are a lot of bottlenecks cutting across, not only on potatoes, but even the other commodities that contribute to our food security, including maize, including rice, including wheat. There are a lot of issues that really need to be sought out through our directorate. To come down now to potatoes, in 2019, we coordinated the development of the Irish potato regulations, and these regulations were actually demand-driven. We were coming from a sector of potatoes where there were no regulations, and therefore there was unfair practices right from the farmer to the traders up to the processors. At the farm level, this is the only country that talked about an extended bag of potatoes in this era, in the 21st century, where measurements of produce have been standardized internationally. Kenya is still talking about an extended bag of potatoes. So we came in, and initially we wanted to do a set of regulations that cuts across all the food crops. But the potato stakeholders put a lot of pressure on government because of the malpractices we were seeing in the sector. So then we cut out the potato crop from the other 22 commodities and decided to fast track the development of these regulations. As we'll discuss further deep into the regulations, we will see what is contained in there and what they are intended to sort out in the sector. So as I say, our directorate regulates the food subsector, including potatoes, for sustainable development. So in there, we will have issues of promotion, issues of enforcement, and issues of market research and product development, which we can unbundle as we go on in the show.
Okay.
And in relating to the seed, what we do as food, quite often we work closely with Calro. Several times we've walked into Dr. Nyongeza's office and demanded him to give us information of the newly developed varieties. And he has given us this information, and as a directorate, we package this information and disseminate to the county governments so that they can use that information to train the farmers, because our ultimate goal is to improve productivity.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Beatrice. I'm told we need to go for a short commercial breaks, and then we will be back in a few. For our viewers back at home, today we are coming to you live from Nyandarua County, and today is the National Potato Day, and we are talking about matters potatoes. We will be back in a few.
19th August, each year we celebrate the National Potato Day in order to raise the profile of this important food crop, therefore promoting its production, processing, consumption, marketing and trade. This year, the Standard Group, through the Farm Kenya initiative, in partnership with Nyandarua County Government, Agriculture and Food Authority, National Potato Council of Kenya, International Potato Center CIP, Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, and key stakeholders in the industry will have a live forum on KTN News and KTN Farmers TV on Thursday, 19th August from 9 a.m. to discuss the state of potato farming in the country and to explore steps that can be taken to support and promote development of the entire potato industry.